Welcome to Jambo Safari Media. You are watching Jambo News with me, Tracy Wamboi. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines today. Flooding tragedy. 9-year-old swept away as storms devastate central U.S. Israel revises account of Gaza medic killings following a video evidence. Nationwide anti-Trump protests erupt across major U.S. cities. U.S. implements 10% tariffs on imports amid market turmoil. Pope Francis makes surprise appearance at St. Peter's Square after hospital discharge. 2 MPs denied entry to Israel amid controversy over visit to West Bank. Tragedy strikes as several storms continue to batter the central United States. A 9-year-old boy in Kentucky has been swept away by flood waters, one of at least 16 fatalities linked to this devastating storm. The storms have brought heavy rains and high winds, causing significant flooding across several states including Kentucky, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Sadly, the 9-year-old boy was walking to his school bus stop when he was overtaken by rising waters. His body was recovered by authorities just 2 hours later. This week has seen dozens of tornadoes reported, leading to chaos and devastation across the region. In Tennessee alone, 10 deaths have been confirmed, including those of a man and his teenage daughter. Franklin County School Superintendent Mark Coop expressed deep sorrow over the loss, calling it a horrific tragedy. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear echoed these sentiments, describing the boy's death as an unimaginable loss. He urged everyone to remain cautious around water, stating that all water poses a risk right now. Forecasters from the National Weather Service are predicting potentially historic rainfall, with some regions expecting between 10 to 20 inches. States including Arkansas, Louisiana, and Pennsylvania are under severe storm warnings through Sunday. As of Saturday afternoon, over 162,000 people are without power across Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky have all declared states of emergency in response to the ongoing crisis. Even after the storms pass, swollen rivers will continue to pose serious risks. The area is also on heightened alert for tornadoes due to changing pressure and high winds. The ongoing severe weather highlights the urgent need for preparedness and community support during these challenging times. Our thoughts are with the families affected by this tragedy. Please stay safe and heed to warnings from local authorities as the situation develops. Israel's military has revised its account of the tragic killings of 15 emergency workers in southern Gaza on March 23rd. New evidence, including video footage, has raised serious questions about this incident. The Israeli Defense Forces have admitted that mistakes were made in the killing of 15 members of the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, as well as a UN vehicle and a fire truck near Rafah. Initially, the IDF claimed that the convoy was approaching suspiciously in darkness without proper identification. However, new footage has contradicted this narrative. The mobile phone footage, filmed by one of the fallen paramedics, shows that the ambulances did have their lights on as they responded to a call for help. This contradicts the IDF earlier claims. An IDF official stated that the soldiers, believing they were under threat, opened fire after they had already shot at a car containing suspected Hamas members. While the military insists that at least 6 of the medics were linked to Hamas, it has yet to provide any evidence for this assertion. The video clearly shows that the paramedics were in marked vehicles and wearing reflective uniforms, raising further concerns about the IDF's conduct during the incident. After the shooting, the bodies of the 15 emergency workers were buried in sand to protect them from wild animals. They were not recovered until a week later due to the unsafe conditions in the area. A surviving paramedic has also denied any links to military groups and confirmed that the ambulances had their lights on. The Red Crescent and various international organizations are demanding an independent investigation into this incident. The IDF has promised a thorough examination to understand the sequence of events. This incident occurs amidst renewed military operations in Gaza, which have resulted in over 1,200 deaths since mid-March. The situation remains dire as calls for accountability grow louder. The US has officially begun collecting a 10% baseline tariff on all imports, as President Trump urges Americans to hang tough amidst market turmoil. The new tariffs went into effect on Saturday, impacting countries around the world, including the UK and France. President Trump described the recent market volatility as an economic revolution that the US will win. China, heavily impacted by Trump's tariffs, announced retaliation tariffs of 35% on US imports, mirroring Washington's action. Beijing also filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization, urging the US to stop using tariffs as a weapon. Demonstrators expressed a range of concerns from social justice issues to economic policies. Many were motivated by recent announcements, including Trump's decision to impose import tariffs on various countries. Similar protests occurred internationally, with gatherings in sites like London, Paris, and Berlin. Protesters held signs reading, quote-unquote, "Stop hurting people," and chanted slogans against Trump's foreign policy. In Washington, D.C., protesters gathered to hear speeches from Democratic lawmakers. Congressman Maxwell Frost condemned the influence of billionaires in government, particularly calling out Elon Musk. All three major U.S. stock indexes dropped more than 5% on Friday, marking the worst week for the stock market since 2020. The S&P 500 fell almost 6%, reflecting widespread concerns over Trump's trade policies. Protests erupted across the U.S. with around 1,200 demonstrations expected. Protesters expressed their opposition to Trump's tariffs and other policies, signaling growing unrest among the citizens. Billionaire Elon Musk, a close ally of Trump, suggested that the US and Europe could move towards a zero-tariff situation, proposing a free trade zone between Europe and North America. In response to the tariffs, UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer discussed their potential impacts with world leaders, emphasizing that a trade war is in nobody's interest. Both he and French President Emmanuel Macron expressed concerns about the broader economic consequences. The ongoing trade tensions continue to shape the economic landscape, and we'll keep you updated on any developments. In a heartwarming surprise, Pope Francis made a brief appearance at St. Peter's Square today, following his discharge from the hospital after 5 weeks of treatment. The 88-year-old Pope, who has faced serious health challenges recently, appeared in a wheelchair with an oxygen tube under his nose, greeting the enthusiastic crowd gathered to see him. Despite his health issues, including having part of a lung removed at 21 years of age, Pope Francis remains a resilient figure. He has served as a pope for 12 years and continues to inspire many across the globe. His appearance today is a testament to his determination and connection with the faithful. As he continues to recover, many are hopeful to his return to full health. It's heartening to see the Pope back in public. We wish him continued health and strength in the days ahead. Two Labour MPs have expressed their astonishment after being denied entry to Israel while attempting to visit the occupied West Bank. Abtisam Mohammed and Yuan Yang Both Labour MPs were refused entry by Israeli authorities who cited concerns over their intentions to spread hate speech against Israel. The MPs have called for the opportunity to witness the situation in the Palestinian territories firsthand. Mohammed and Young have been vocal in parliament regarding the Israel-Palestine conflict, advocating for compliance with international law. Their visit aimed to highlight humanitarian efforts in the West Bank, organized with UK charities experienced in parliamentary delegations. The Israeli Immigration Authority stated that the decision was made after questioning the MPs and their aides, accusing them of planning to document the actions of security forces. The MPs flew to Israel from London on Saturday afternoon. The context of their visit is significant given the ongoing conflict and humanitarian issue in the region. Israel's Interior Minister defended the decision, stating that the MPs had previously supported campaigns to boycott the country. The situation remains tense with ongoing protests and military operations in the West Bank. As the conflict continues, the focus remains on securing a ceasefire and addressing the humanitarian crisis. That's a wrap for today. Thank you for joining us on Jambo News. Remember to hit that subscribe button to stay informed and engaged. Till next time, stay safe.